going to be real heartbreaking when they go back and watch it and see kind of some of the rounds that were probably in their favor to some degree.
Yeah, good game that they put together, but in the end it just wasn't enough. And Heroic, they get to live through it. Some force buys, and let's hear from them what they have to say.
That's certainly the right words there, Anders. Live through it, because that was an intense game. A lot of back and forth in that one. Down a bit of a tough comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play like the first official game after a player break. It's a bit more jitters and stuff like that. But I felt like we had a good T side. On the CT side, we didn't play like we usually do, I would say. But yeah, we managed to close in the end, and intense game, I should say.
Well, that's what matters, though, right? Getting to close it at the end. But what was going through the kind of mind of the team, and what was Katie saying when it was getting back and forth? Because no one was really able to string rounds together.
Yeah, it was a weird game. Like, no one could string down together, I should say. I mean, we just tried to keep calm and keep composure. We know what Big like to do, and yeah, we just tried to play our best.
Now, right, the next team you're going to be facing is going up against FaZe Clan. You've got a little bit of time in between all of this, though. How do you feel about going against the number one team in the world? Do you feel like this little warm-up was a nice bump into it, and you feel like you'd be ready?
Yeah, I feel like this was a nice warm-up game. I'm looking forward to play FaZe. They're definitely maybe the best team in the world, I would say, at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a fun game.
And how do you think it's going to be any different to the previous times you faced off against them, especially now with Yabi, right? It seems to be sweating in a lot better than what we saw in Cologne.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten more practice in with Yabi, which is really nice. We feel more comfortable than we did at Cologne. And yeah, I mean, it's the best of one against FaZe. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Thank you very much, Dan. Good luck.
The Danes do get it done, but not exactly unscathed, gentlemen, because that was a scrappy affair, to say the least, versus Big.
Yeah, it was extremely scrappy. It came down to a couple of clutches. Of course, we're going to dissect a few examples down the road in that segment, but Heroic had to sweat for it. That wasn't easy in any case, and that's pretty much what we expected, right? A tough game?
Yeah, I'd say so. Two teams who are equal in skill level, equal in their approach as well. We talked about Heroic, how they had their own way of approaching the game. You know, they seem to be like a very structured unit where everyone is knowing what they're doing each round. The same could be said about Big, you know, a very structured unit with Tapson leading the guys. So we got to see a good game of Counter-Strike, a long game of Counter-Strike as well, 16-13. The game took an hour and 15 minutes. All the time much were being used. So as you said, they really had to sweat for it. A game that easily could have gone into overtime.